Imagine waking up in a world where no one knew a single word. No names. No conversations. No language at all. Yet somehow, humans still survived. Every single day was a fight to stay alive. There were no teachers to explain anything. No stories warned them about hidden dangers. Every lesson came from experience. A single mistake could cost a life. So humans learned to watch more than they talked. Their eyes became their greatest teachers. Their ears listened for every sound in the wild. And long before words existed, silence became humanity's first language. If they couldn't speak, how did they work together? The answer was written in their bodies. A simple point could mean, "Look over there." A raised hand could mean, "Stop." A quick wave could signal danger. Even their faces became powerful messages. Fear spread faster than words ever could. One glance could save the entire group. Children learned simply by copying adults. Watching was their first classroom. Every movement carried meaning. Long before spoken language, humans had already mastered silent teamwork. Knowledge spread through imitation. Little by little, each generation became smarter than the last. Long before schools existed, humanity was already passing down knowledge. But surviving wasn't just about hunting. They also had to know what was safe to eat. One wrong bite could be deadly. So they watched the animals first. Nature became their first teacher. Children copied everything the adults did. Nobody needed instructions. Every day was another lesson. Every mistake became unforgettable. The biggest animals could never be hunted alone. Success depended on perfect teamwork. Each hunter understood their role. Nobody needed to shout instructions. A simple gesture started the chase. Others quietly blocked every escape. The hunt looked almost perfectly planned. Years of silent practice made it possible. Trust became more important than words. One mistake could ruin everything. But together, they could defeat giants. Before language, trust was humanity's strongest weapon. But silence had its limits. Some ideas were simply too difficult to show. The human brain wanted something more. Perhaps it began with simple sounds. A short grunt could mean, "Come here." Another sound could warn of danger. Soon, familiar sounds carried familiar meanings. The tribe remembered those sounds. Each generation learned them a little faster. Little by little, communication became easier. Those tiny sounds would eventually become language. And humanity would never be the same again. As language slowly grew, so did human imagination. Now they could share ideas instead of only copying actions. A discovery no longer belonged to one person. It could spread through the entire tribe. Better tools meant safer lives. Better plans meant successful hunts. Knowledge began to travel farther than ever before. Every generation started with a head start. Human progress became faster. Small tribes became stronger communities. The seeds of civilization had finally been planted. All because humans learned to share more than silence. Language did more than help humans survive. It helped humans imagine the future. Now they could make plans before taking action. They could warn others about dangerous places. They could remember places worth returning to. Knowledge no longer disappeared with one person. Stories began to travel from one generation to the next. Those stories became lessons. Those lessons became traditions. Those traditions shaped entire cultures. And cultures eventually shaped civilizations. Everything began with one simple desire, to understand each other. So, how did humans survive before language existed? They trusted their eyes before their voices. They learned by watching instead of listening. They worked together without saying a word. Their greatest strength was cooperation. Then language unlocked a new future. Ideas could finally outlive the people who discovered them. Every generation started a little wiser than the last. That small advantage changed human history forever. From silent hunters came builders, explorers, and inventors. All because they first learned to understand one another. And maybe the first language wasn't spoken, it was shared through trust.